Barrera explained that soil is a natural resource essential for plant growth and agriculture. He emphasized soil conservation and proper management to prevent degradation and maintain long-term productivity. Neil C. Brady and Ray R. B. They define soil as a dynamic system made of minerals, water, air, organic matter, and living organisms. They highlighted soil's ecological function such as nutrients, cycling, water storage, and supporting ecosystems. Harry O. Bachman and Neil C. Brady. They focus on soil formation through weathering and decomposition of rocks and organic matter. They emphasize soils as the main medium for plant growth and agriculture. MC Arbiste, G. Vasquez, and Ward Chisworth 2008. They emphasize soil's role in global environmental systems such as climate regulations, carbon storage, and sustainability. They view soil as a part of Earth's interconnected systems. Hans Jenny. Hans Jenny developed the soil formation equation, showing the soil formation depends on climate, organism, relief, and parent material and time. Vasily Dokochev established soils as an independent natural body formed by environmental, environmental factors and is considered the father of soil science. Pedological and Edapological approach. Pedological is the study of soil formation, classification, and distribution in nature. It explains how soils develop and differ from one place to another. Edapology is the study of soil in relation to plant growth. It focuses on how soil affect crops and agriculture. For farmers, edapodology is very important because it helps improve farming practices like fertilization, irrigation, and soil management for soil scientists. Pedology is important because it provides scientific knowledge, scientific knowledge, mapping and classification of soil for future soil scientists. Both approaches are important because pedology gives theory while edapology gives approach. Together they connect natural, natural soil process with agricultural production and sustainability. Weathering process. Weathering is the breakdown of rocks into smaller particles that form soil. Physical weathering breaks rocks without, without changing their composition through heat, wind, water, freezing, and pressure. Chemical weathering changes the minerals of rocks through oxidation, hydrolysis, and carbonation, forming new substances. Biological weathering happens when living organisms such as plant growths, bacteria, and animal break or weaknesses rocks. The weathering process begins fragmentation. followed by the chemical changes in minerals, then organisms are added. And finally, soil is formed of different layers. Um, Over time, this produces fertile soil that supports plant life. Soil horizons are layers in the profile that form over time. The, the O horizon is made of organic matter like leaves and humus. The A horizon or topsoil is rich nutrients and support most plant roots, and E horizon is a leachate layer where minerals are removed. The B horizon is the subsoil where clay and minerals accumulate, and the C soil horizon is partially weathered parent material. The R horizon is solid bedrocks. These layers show how soil develops from organic materials to rock beneath. Physical properties of soil. Physical properties of soil. Soil's color shows the amount of organic matter and minerals. Dark soil is fertile while red yellow soil contains iron. Soil texture refers to the amount of sand, silt, and clay, which affects water retention and fertility. Soil structure and management of particles are addressing that affect air, water, and root movement. Soil density, porosity, and describe how impact the soil is how much space available for water and air. Soil moisture is the water content in soil needed for plant growth and nutrient absorption. Soil chemical properties. Soil chemical properties. Soil colloids are very small particles that control soil fertility. They include inorganic matter, clay, minerals, and organic humus. These colloids have negative changes that affect nutrients like calcium, potassium, and magnesium through quotient exchange capacity. This prevents nutrients from being lost by leaching and makes this available to plants. Soil colloids also help regulate soil pH, water retention. Because of this, these are very important in maintaining soil fertility and supporting plant growth.